Hey, what's up, guys? This is Michael with TCO Collective. We're here today with
Trey Ward.
Trey Ward of
FSMedia.
FSMedia?
Fuzzy Savior Media.
Media.
Yes, Fuzzy Savior Media.
Fuzzy Savior Media.
It's kind of like where DC Comics is DC Comics, but it stands for Detective Comics.
I like that. Of course.
I can't believe this! I'm fucking crazy!
Yeah, that's where I was going with that. So what's next?
What's next? All right, well, let's start with who. I think we just covered that, actually. We're DC Comics, Detective Comics here with Stan Lee, just defective Comics.
Yeah. That's who I am. Right on.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're here with Trey Ward from FSMedia here at Tamp and Grind in Alexandria. What's going on, Trey?
A day.
Sunday. It's a Sunday. It's bright. It's sunny. It's also raining for some reason. That's pretty cool. Creedence Clearwater, man. That's what it's like living in the South. That's all we ever hear. You know, up around the bend every single day.
Right.
Run through the jungle too.
Sure. I've never been to the jungle.
Me either. I don't think Creedence Clearwater is found any jungles either. Where'd they get that song from?
I don't think Creedence is a real band.
All right, so Trey, tell us about FSMedia. Who are you guys?
Well, if I'm just gonna be honest, it's me and my friends. It's me and anybody who I play music with, write music with. It's like I said, it's not a big group like, hey, we're here to establish this, this group of people, and this is what we do, and we are the face of music or anything like that. It's just we know what we want out of shows and what we want people to want people to see. I want them to understand that it's something we take seriously, and just give it a certain quality. So I mean it's really just a label that if there's a flyer around and it's a show associated by us, people can see FSM or whatnot, and they'll know that. They'll know what they're getting into. They'll know the quality. They'll know that it might be something a little out of the ordinary from other shows.
All right. So it's like a little grassroots collective.
Honestly, yeah.
Throw shows. You do a lot of like culture, local culture stuff. I've seen you do photography and music videos and stuff under Bag of Barbies.
Yeah.
Bag of Barbies. Tell us about that.
I kind of feel like all these things are one and the same.
One and the same.
Yeah. I feel like with music videos under the Bag of Barbies persona I feel like all this is kind of a wave of at once. Since we started playing shows and putting shows together, we've met people like y'all and Mississippi kids, and we've all been working together. And I just kind of had this idea of sort of giving it all a vision, I guess you could say. I mean, it's my vision, but like giving it a certain look, a certain aesthetic that I wanted to be associated with this movement of whatever this is, whatever this whole collective is. I mean, that includes all of us, me, FSM, Bag of Barbies, you guys, the guys in Mississippi. So I wanted people to look at that, to look at these visuals, and know that it's all one and the same. Because the visuals themselves, they're
very unique. You guys have a very specific aesthetic.
I try to.
That's good.
I'm a big fan of Lynch, obviously. Big fan of Tim Burton, the term expressionism movement. Love the and I just wanted to grab that and sort of wanted that. I wanted that aesthetic.
You wanted to bring it here, give it your own little spin to it.
It was a specific feeling that I felt that I wanted to reproject, and capture this wave of people creating.
I mean, that's art, right?
I think
that's
so.
Basically how it works. Hey, this guy did something I like. I'm going to do it too.
Right.
I'm going to do it how I want to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's cool to have these other bands and people that say, I trust you enough to let your vision represent, you know, what I make. Because, I mean, that's what I do too. Whatever song I'm sent, I listen to it, I swear, for a week straight. That's the only thing I listen to. You know, I let it build. And then on top of that, you know, I don't just do these videos by myself either. Like, you know, I'll hit up, you know, a friend here, hey, help me with this. Or another, you know, each video I've had a different person help me. And I feel like that itself has what made the visuals, you know, not so consistent each time. You're not looking at the same video.
Yeah.
You know, so it's nice to, hey, you help me. Hey, you help me. And, you know, that video will look different from that.
Yeah, it's very collaborative.
Video. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be, or unless it's just going to be, you know, me trying not to regurgitate the same product.
Keeps it fresh.
One after another.
So speaking of regurgitation, so you guys have been around for a long time, right? Let's like Ursa Major regrets the 27 days, right?
Yeah, even before that.
Even before that.
Yeah, even way before that. But yes.
The golden dark era. Before there was light era.
Yeah, you know, at that time though, no one knew it was dark. You know,
everybody was pretty dark back then. Except for the hair, you know, we had our hair up and highlighted and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing to backtrack and talk about that because
it's more amazing to never think about it again. When you were part of it.
That's true.
Pretend it didn't
it's best
exist.
to just move on.
Exactly.
And just act like those things weren't happening. But I mean, at the same time, I guess you have to be thankful of them because, you know, you start somewhere. There are guys, bands, and people, whatever, back then that I had nothing to do with, and like 6, 7 years later, it's like, oh hey, what's up, man? You know, past is the past. Let's work together. And like, some of us have kind of like just moved on, stuck together since. You don't know. You know what I mean? So I guess you gotta kind of be thankful for the.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
You know?
And it's like, you know, 10 years later, only the most dedicated and the best of the best are gonna be walking around kicking, doing this. You know, it's kind of a dead end industry. You know.
Well, I mean, what's actually really cool is
Spotify. They should pay everybody.
Yeah. I still haven't paid for Spotify yet.
Oh yeah. I think if you're verified on Spotify, by the way, we're verified on Spotify. We've got a couple cool playlists floating around. We've got Questionable Emo Influence, which is actually a copy pasta we turned into a playlist featuring a couple of this dude's bands. Shed, Passing a Starfighter, very, very cool stuff, but I digress.
I guess that was a bad time to say on camera that I don't pay for Spotify.
Right, well, I'm thinking Spotify.
Pay for Spotify.
Okay, look, when we're verified, we should have a free account. I mean, that's all it comes down to. You know, I got the blue check mark. Why do you need money from me? Like, come on.
Yeah, for sure. But, yeah, starting next month, I'll get that premium. But, where are we at again?
So, let's backtrack a little bit.
All right.
Okay. Let's say, how did you feel like the scene, everybody hates the scene, that's the dirty word.
I feel like community.
How do you feel like the scene necessitated this venture, you know, this collaborative effort? What made you think, what was kind of like maybe a straw on the camel's back? You were like, you know what, we should take things into our own hands. Because I know back in Shreveport, we were in a pop punk band, and we could not book a show with a pop punk band to save our lives. Ever. No one. Everybody laughed. They were like, well, if you don't play Mumford Sons covers, you're dead to us. So it's like, do you guys have any Mumford Sons-esque experiences here?
Certainly. Absolutely, yeah. See, let me try to give this answer without taking a week of your time. Sunlaw is a very, very funny place because it's made of a lot of older cats that have these rules and groundwork and frames and steps that they're hell-bent on passing down, and they just don't work that way anymore. I don't know if it's because well, I mean, it's just time. You know, time is,
well, we don't use 8-tracks anymore, you know? It's like, you can't book a show with an 8-track. I don't know if you ever could, but, you know, it's kind of irrelevant now.
Yeah, I mean,
Spotify, you know, we've said your name enough. You should just give us free accounts at this point, free premium, but I digress again.
Absolutely. A family package. So, like, you know, I had fallen victim under thinking that those frameworks and whatever ideas and things you were supposed to do from the other cats, I thought that's just how it was, and then it got to a point where I was like, well, this sucks, you know, but there's nothing I can do about it. So, long story short, the band at the time, we were just like, let's just hit the road, we'll play wherever, we don't care. It was passing. And so we bought a van that killed our wallets, paid a bunch of shows, didn't pay, didn't care. It was great. We were just happy to wrote it. But doing that, we got to, for the first time experience, I guess, what I would call culture. People, that didn't have these same guidelines, that were just, out there just killing it, and, we're happy to be a part of that, but getting to know those guys and talking about where we're from and how it happens, you get a lot of looks, holy shit, where are y'all from? What is this?
Exactly.
Is
that not New Orleans? How close is that to New Orleans?
Exactly. So because of that, it's kind of created this cool effect that when shows do happen here, there's such a rarity. Some people are like, oh, a show, what is this? What, these aren't covers? What's going on here?
Are there 8 tracks?
Yeah. Why are all these kids crammed in a coffee shop playing this loud music? What's that racket? But that's kind of advantage of that. But I think the straw that broke the camel's back was in Mendenhall, Mississippi, where we were asked to play at a venue. It was a house venue known as the Warehouse. And we met Enjoy the Weather, Suitcase Bomber, festivals, those guys, and it was the first time I'd ever played a show, let alone been to a show in someone's bedroom where it's just packed full of 30 kids just sweaty, nasty, crammed up against each other. They don't care, they're in it, they're listening. That you can just tell that this is something unlike my hometown. So that kind of sparked into this, this really, I got the time, this really Disney idea of, I'm gonna bring culture to my hometown. So we had no idea what we were doing, put on a couple fests, too many people showed up to the first one, it was insane, we didn't know what we were doing. And just from those kind of fests and shows, we were able to calibrate and understand just what the do's and don'ts. And understanding those do's and don'ts, turn around and sort of play into projects as well. The bands I'm in now are way different from passing, and we don't even operate the same way. I don't know. I wish I could give a much clearer answer, but unfortunately, I still feel like I'm still a part of this road of figuring it out.
I think we all are. Not only the music industry, we're trying to figure out things like how to pay their artists properly when they stream music, but why aren't we bringing back 8 tracks yet? That would be pretty cool. But it's just that's kind of life in general, know. But it's awesome that as you grow, as your music scene grows and you mature, so does your outlook and the amount of collaborative experiences you can have with all these people that feel the same way you do about art, culture, and music, and just knowing that there is a scene for these people to play shows and to come and just be a part of something.
Right. I think that the biggest hang up on that, specifically here, and I guess sort of brings back the subject of the MO of FSM, was that the second you start telling people what they're supposed to do and how it works, and this is if you want to make money or if you want to book a show, you just kill art, you just kill expression. And that was the thing we had picked up on from touring and seeing these, that it's just this, there was just so much I don't give a shit, but an appropriate amount of I don't give a shit. These bands sounded how they sound, they performed how they wanted, and it was just this kind of this moment of oh,
we
shit.
Could do this.
Yeah, this actually exists. This isn't just some dream or this isn't just some hope and dream that I'm sitting in cinema thinking I'll never be able to express myself through music or creativity the way I want. So yeah, it was kind of
the light bulb moment.
Honestly, the big light bulb.
So let's talk about FSmedia's role with TCO Collective.
That's I feel like being open-ended with that is what's going to help the most. Let me help this make sense. It's one of those things. We're here for you. You know what I mean? I feel like
we're here together.
We're here together, absolutely. I mean, I feel like it started with the collaboration of us and Shed, and y'all helping us with which y'all did, and Passing too. That was really cool. So it's one of those things where, you know, I feel like we're all kind of on the same page here. I feel like the objective for FSM itself, even FSM with, you know, as a part of TCO, is just it's just all one big body of work of trusting the culture and trusting the quality and content that we're wanting to give a platform to.
Right.
You
It
know?
really expands on FSmedia's MO from the beginning. Where it's just like we met all these cool people and we all have the same vision for what we want to do. And then it's like from there we met 3 other people that have the same vision for other people's visions, and now we have one big vision.
Absolutely.
We should probably be a Marvel superhero. We should have got that copyrighted
for
first.
sure. I wish there was this
Coming for you, Kevin.
I really wish there was like this nice package like answer, like, and here it is, here's the product of all of us being one big group, and this is what we're giving you. But really, it's just the fact. It's more of a thing like it would be stupid if we weren't working together.
If we boxed ourselves in, you know, it wouldn't be us.
No.
You know, it's just being able to work together and being like, yo, let's do this. Let's collaborate. We've got cassette releases. We've got music videos. We've got a tour package coming through. It's like to have your one-stop shop for that in Louisiana. You know, we've really got that covered. In a way.
Yeah, that's really it. And being open to expansion. You know, I really feel like TCO is just going to keep growing. You know, without a doubt. I mean, and it's going to happen where, you know, we're going to go play a show that might not be associated with you guys, but we're going to meet somebody. We're going to find a venue and down the road that's, you know, hey, we're going to put on a show. Oh, we met this guy. You know, or I'm going to send a band to you. Hey, you should sign these guys, or, you know, I vouch. You know what I mean? It's just that's just how things keep growing. You know, like this is also a product of something that has started many years ago. Yes, I mean, it's just gonna you know,
keep growing.
As long as I can add, as long as my friends and I can add to the growth, that's our end goal. That's it.
All right, guys, last time. This is Michael with TCO Collective and Trey with FSmedia. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. One of those has a underscore in it because apparently there's another TCO Collective. It's 2 guys doing electronic rap, I think, in Switzerland or something like that. Follow them too. You know, that'd be cool. Those guys are doing what they want to do, and that's all that matters. But stay tuned for our next video with Zach Terrio. Coming for you, Zach. You're my waifu, okay? I miss you, boy.
That's a good boy.
That's a good